2 years ago, I wanted to make money, so I decided to start running a faceless YouTube channel. My goal for the channel since the beginning was to start making money as soon as possible, to outsource the entire content creation process so I don't need to create any of the content myself, and be able to run the channel for a very long time so I can generate some sort of passive income. If you stay until the end, I'll show you the channel and how much money we made. So the first step I did is pick and choose a highly profitable niche for my channel, which in my opinion is one of the most important steps when it comes to running faceless YouTube automation channel. It's important to mention that at that time, I was already running a couple faceless YouTube channels already, right? Some of them were successful, some others weren't, but I had a little bit of experience when it came to the game, and the niche that I had the most experience in was make money online. And when I say make money online, I mean videos like these. I'm sure you've seen them all over the internet, or at least back in the day, they were very, very popular. One of the channels I was running was called Capitalist. I eventually sold that channel, but I actually broke down all the numbers on a separate YouTube video. You can go watch that on my YouTube channel later if you want. But that being said, having that successful channel already, what I wanted to do with this one was just play it safe and double down on what works. Make something similar so I can just make a little bit more money. My idea was to do pretty much the same thing I was already doing on Capitalist, but instead of posting daily videos like I was doing there, I was gonna post 3 videos a day with the idea that it would grow faster and I would make money faster. And I know that might sound a little bit foolish when I say it like that, but there was actually another channel, a competitor of mine, that was posting 3 videos per day that was smoking me in terms of growth, so I wanted to model his success. I didn't think about it too much and I took imperfect action over perfect inaction, and when it came to starting the actual channel, I had 3 options. Number 1, I could start with a brand new channel from scratch. Number 2, I could start with a pre-monetized YouTube channel, meaning a channel that was already part of the YouTube Partner Program that would allow me to make money from day 1. Or number 3, I could buy and start with an existing channel. Long story short, I found a channel in the same exact niche that was struggling. And when I say struggling, I mean not posting consistently, only making $10 to $15 per day. It was in a pretty bad spot if you ask me, but it had an established audience. It was over 100,000 subscribers, and it also had a huge backlog of videos in the same niche, so I thought it would be a good idea to try and buy it and revive it. You guys know I like being transparent, so I ended up buying that channel for $10,000. Now, if I could go back in time, would I still buy it? Probably not, especially in that niche, in the make money online niche. Starting with an established channel didn't really help me much, and you'll see why in a second. And I definitely don't recommend you do the same if you're looking to start this business model. It's a huge risk that you're taking for not the most captivating reward, and at the end of the day, you definitely don't need a pre-existing channel or to buy an existing channel to be successful with faceless YouTube automation. But anyway, having bought a channel, it was time to start posting. When it came to coming up with ideas, it was pretty easy for me since I was coming up with the same ideas 1 a day. Now I had to come up with 3 a day, but actually making the videos was the challenging part, and here I can say that I really got lucky. Not only that the existing team of freelancers that I had working for me on Capitalist that was making the Capitalist videos was willing and had the bandwidth to do 3 more videos per day of the same exact thing, but also one of my friends decided to partner up with me on the channel, and he would do the videos and the voiceovers free of charge in exchange for equity in the channel. So here's how my team looked like and what was the exact breakdown. I had a friend of mine to create the videos for free for basically $0. This basically covers the script and the voiceover. Then I had an editor who could edit the videos for $15, and I had a thumbnail designer to do the thumbnails for $5 each. All in all, my cost per video, my cost of production was only $20, which is super low as you can imagine. It was because of the deal and because of the cost that I was able to produce 3 videos per day at $60 total without breaking the bank. My monthly cost for running the channel was $1,800, and I was pretty confident that I could make it profitable pretty fast, and more importantly, I could make it profitable for the long term. Now, while I'm sharing this with you guys, I also want to highlight the fact that you can be resourceful when it comes to this business, and in fact, any business. Don't just take the things that you get at face value and do what's required to get a deal your way. For example, if I wouldn't have partnered up with my friend, my cost of production would have probably been triple, at which point I'm not sure if I would have been incentivized and still wanting to start this channel in the first place. But also, it's not like the friend knocked on my door and offered his services for free. I had to be resourceful, make a few phone calls, ask a couple people, look at all the options, and eventually I got the deal that I wanted in the end. So here's a few examples of how you can be resourceful as well when you're starting your faceless YouTube channel. If you can't afford a scriptwriter, I recommend you look for channels that are list-based, meaning meaning that make top 10 videos, top 5, top 15, top 20, and write the scripts yourself, doing research on Google and using ChatGPT. If you don't want to pay for a voiceover, just go ahead, buy a cheap microphone off of Amazon, $20 to $50 tops, and record a voiceovers yourself. It's not that hard and it doesn't take a lot of time either. You can also go to canva.com, maybe even Photoshop, and make the thumbnails yourself. Again, this doesn't take a lot of time. It just takes a little bit of research, and I'm confident that all of you guys can do this. The most important thing is to get the ball rolling and start posting. I started posting on December 13th, 2021, and the channel was making the average $10 to $15 that I was making before I purchased it as well. Then in January, the next month, it went up to $20 to $25 per day, which was progress, but not even enough to cover the cost, which were $60 per day if you remember. February started pretty much the same, and at this point, I was 2 months into consistently posting 3 videos per day. Now, I know that's not a huge period of time, but considering I had an existing channel that I purchased for $10,000, I was spending $60 per day posting 3 high-quality videos, I would say. The things weren't moving as fast as I expected them to, so I had to make something. I couldn't just stand and wait while wasting $60 a day. So what happened next, guys, is the make money online videos that I was posting was kind of fading out a little bit. They were pretty saturated. Everybody was making them because they were pretty easy to make, and I was looking for something a little bit more serious, something that I would know not a lot of people do and it can be done for a very, very long period of time, instead of these videos that are like quick and easy to make and can make you a quick buck. And I found something: search-based videos, simple tutorial videos explaining different apps, websites, and anything web related. I knew that this type of videos would never go viral, but instead rank in the algorithm and grow in views as more and more people search for them, which means they could make money for a long term, which was exactly what I was looking for from the beginning. But of course, there was also a downside with this type of videos, because they mostly relied on other people actually going on YouTube and searching for the specific keywords or specific terms I would make videos about. It would take a lot of time for those videos to rank in the algorithm, and that would mean that I would have to fork another investment, the $1,800 monthly, for maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, even 6 months before I see my return of investment. After weighing the options and speaking with a couple of people that I knew that were running search-based channels, I decided to start a channel because it seemed like it was exactly what I wanted. It would make money slow, but it would make money steady, and most importantly, as I said, over a long term, which you'll see at the end, it eventually paid off. So that being said, decided to pivot and start posting the new type of videos mid-February, and it took another 3 months before the channel made $1,800, which would be the actual break-even point. It took quite a while, it grew pretty slowly, but it compounded. It went from making $1,800 in a month to almost $4,000 the next month, so it doubled, and then $4,300, $4,700, and eventually almost $12,000 in January 2023, as you can see on the screen right now. Also, because the views were stacking up, the subscribers were growing as well, and I was doing a little bit of affiliate marketing and brand deals on the side, which would add an extra $2,000 to $3,000 to the revenue in the good months. The channel was at an all-time high, everything was running smoothly, and I was making a lot of money without me having to do a bunch of actual work. But then something bad happened. Right next month, so in February 2023, the channel got hit with a weird glitch that wouldn't allow us to display all sorts of ads, and our RPM, meaning how much money we were getting paid per 1,000 views, tanked. The channel suddenly went from making $12,000 in a month to $3,000 in a month, just like that. It was pretty bad, and apparently I wasn't the only one who is experiencing this type of issue. I found a bunch of other guys that were having similar type channels, so search-based channels, that were experiencing the same issue. And the problem was the uncertainty, because some of those guys have had the glitch for a couple weeks, but some of them have had it for a couple months. The channel luckily got back, and the glitch disappeared just 2 months later. It went back to making $6,000, which was only half of what we was making at its peak, but it wasn't that bad because we were still profitable, and again, the work that was necessary from my side was pretty small, so I was happy to see that I'm starting making some sort of passive income again. Since then, I continued running the channel, and fast forward to today, guys, it's still making money. Actually, we had a record month last month. In October, it did $13,000 from AdSense revenue alone and a couple thousand from the other sources, as I told you. The channel is called Mr. Money, and in total, since I started posting videos on it, it generated $140,000 in AdSense revenue alone, and probably another $20,000 to $30,000 using affiliate marketing and brand deals. Overall, it was an amazing journey with a lot of ups and downs, a lot of mistakes, learned a lot of lessons, make a few changes, and guys, I really made this video with the hope that you would get something out of it too, so I hope you enjoyed.